one voice can change a room. And if one voice can change a room, then it can change a city. And if it can change a city, it can change a nation. And if it can change a nation, it can change the world.
Community organisers. They don't want your vote. They don't take any public money. Instead, they bring professional organising skills to help local people working with churches and mosques, schools and other groups on everything from housing to getting the bins emptied.
I want to congratulate you on the brilliant way and the ruthless way in which you bend us politicians to your will and you get us to try to deliver.
They've achieved what unions and legislation did not achieve, but their bigger goal is to reconnect people, rebuild citizenship.
They make a fuss. They run huge meetings. This is London's citizens, tracing its roots back to friendly societies and the suffragettes of old. But you would say you're doing politics. I mean, this is politics. It's just not...
It totally is politics. We think this is authentic politics. Politics came from the people, and so it should return.
There was a big headline from Michelle Obama that said, "We want to move to the world as it should be." From this training,
London Citizens is the capital.
Largest people's organisation.
We started here in East London
more than 10 years ago.
Our members are community groups, unions and schools.
Churches, mosques and temples.
And student unions.
We're a people power organisation.
We don't support any political party.
Active citizens are who we support. And accountable politicians.
It's pretty simple. First you ally, and then you train people, and then you hold meetings to find out what people care about, and then you act.
The basis of both a healthy economy and a healthy democracy is a healthy civil society, one that's built on strong relationships between community leaders and their institutions. What we do is build those relationships.
One of our more recent campaigns, as a result of the deaths on the streets in London, young people on young people, is called City Safe. We're trying to organise streets so they are safer.
A community organiser is really a professional relationship builder.
This used to be such a troubled street, now it seems a lot safer as a result of City Safe.
You connect people up around what really matters to them.
Our darling Jimmy was an inspiration and still is. And hopefully, you know, what we're doing now is part of Jimmy's legacy and the legacy of all the young people being killed by violent crime.
We came to a South London citizens meeting shortly after Jimmy's death and we were captured.
At that meeting we had about 30 leaders in the room and we decided to start with the shops and the young people in the schools. On the first anniversary of Jimmy's death, 30 City Safe Havens opened here in Lee. The Mayor declared Lewisham Town Hall a safe haven and they've spread across London. Community organising rebuilds the fabric of our neighbourhoods. It takes organised people to overcome violence.
What you've really created is not only a solution to a crime problem, a street violence problem, but a sense of civic responsibility, which is an entirely different and bigger achievement.
They've harnessed the power of churches, mosques and even the Sally Army to force employers in the City of London to pay £7.60 an hour, way above the minimum wage.
We worked out how much it would cost for a family to actually survive in London. People in our communities were working on minimum wage cleaning in Canary Wharf. So we wrote to HSBC, Sir John Bond, the chairman. No reply.
They wouldn't answer our letters. We sent quite a few of them.
We took an action.
We bought shares in the company. We went to the AGM. Then they had to meet us. Abdul Durand led our delegation.
He interrupted the meeting. All the bankers sitting there in their suits and ties. And Abdul, nervous as hell, says, "We work in the same office, but we live in different worlds."
How can it be that you earn a £2 million bonus, the company has £6 billion profits, and you can't pay your cooks, your cleaners or your security guards enough to live?
So John said, "But this is the market rate."
That's just the way that markets work.
Well, with the big media coverage that we organised and the force of the campaign, organising changed the market.
Within 3 weeks, HSBC had come through as a living wage employer and a real champion of it.
And many others followed.
Makes sound, practical business sense. It not only helps to knit the loyalty of your staff and thereby to save on your employment costs, but also, of course, it is the compassionate thing to do. £25 million in the pockets of the working poor and 5,000 families living a proper life. It was a really great result for us.
We're gaining momentum, but there's a long way to go.
If there are those people who've lived here for 10 years, speak English, want to play by the rules, want to pay their taxes, why don't we say to them, okay, you come out of the shadows.
A loan, which was arranged over the phone in a minute, without any proper checks, has now crippled for years in my life.
one voice can change a room.
And if it can change a room, it can change a street.
And if it can change a street, it can change a city.
And if it can change a city, it can change a country.
And if it can change a country, it can change the world.